What's going on, everybody? My name is Ryan Denny with Denny's Only Auto, and today we're going to be taking out a transmission on a 2015 Rzr XP1000. So we're going to go ahead and lift up the rear end of the vehicle, take off the wheels, take out some of the suspension, and then start taking down the transmission. So now that we got both sides of the wheels off, we're going to go ahead and start taking out both shocks, get those out of our way, and then we'll get into the belt cover, take out the axles, and then we'll go ahead and start disassembling and disconnecting everything for the transmission. Alright, so now that we got the driver's side shock taken out of the way, we also went ahead and took all the 8mm bolts out of the case right here and the hose that goes from here to this part of your case. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and take out the two bolts that hold in your primary and secondary after we go ahead and remove the belt. Then we're going to go ahead, remove those, remove the plastic case, and then we're going to take out the 15mm bolt on both sides of the sway bar so we can go ahead, put this link pin down and put the sway bar flopped up out of our way so we have easier access throughout the engine and transmission. Alright, so now that we got the secondary off, which is a 15mm bolt, and then you'll just wiggle that off. It sits right on this crest of the bearing and it locks right in on these channels. So now what we're going to do is use a 22mm socket and a ratchet, and we're going to use this Polaris clutch remover tool. What it is a 22mm head with a stepped bit that goes inside. It threads in and it'll actually pull this off of the bearing that it's sitting on. So what we're going to go ahead and do is pull this back out. We're going to apply some WD-40 onto these threads, and then we'll tighten it down, and when we hear a pop, it'll pop right off and slide off easy for us. This tool is an absolute must. Alright, so now that we got the belt cover out of the way, all the hoses we needed to out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start taking out these two radius arms, and then what that's going to do is allow us to move the axle out of the system, and then we'll move over to the other side and repeat the same deal. So what we're going to do is remove the two 15mm bolts on top and on bottom for the radius arms, and then we'll go ahead and remove the axle. Alright, so now that we got both sides of the axles out, we're going to go ahead and take out this air box right here that goes on to both throttle bodies. So we're going to need to take the 8mm worm clamps. We're going to loosen those up and slide those out. That'll just give us a little bit more access to everything back here and get a good look of how the mounts are on both sides. And then we'll be able to figure out how we're going to slide it out.